Houston versus Dallas, the age old question. And where is lending expanding faster? Texas continues to lead the nation in population growth, job creation, and real estate development. And as more families, investors, and business owners, as well as professionals, relocate to the Lone Star State, mortgage demand continues to surge across major metro areas. And the two biggest lending battlegrounds in Texas are Houston and Dallas Fort Worth. But which market is experiencing faster lending growth? So let's examine the numbers, the trends, and the opportunities for borrowers in 2026. Why lending growth matters. Mortgage lending activity is often a leading indicator of economic strength, and increased loan originations typically signal that populations are growing, that new homes are being constructed, that businesses are expanding, there's investor activity, and there's rising household formation. And when lending grows, opportunities often follow for homeowners, for investors, for builders, and commercial property owners. Let's talk about Dallas Fort Worth, the growth machine. And Dallas Fort Worth has become one of the fastest growing metro areas in America. And several factors continue driving mortgage demand. Corporate relocations, technology sector expansion, financial service growth with the new market in Dallas, but also large master plan communities and significant residential construction. And many national companies continue relocating headquarters and regional offices to DFW, creating a strong housing demand throughout Frisco, Prosper, Salina, McKinney, and the surrounding communities. Builders remain extremely active, resulting in substantial purchase mortgage volume. Some strengths of the Dallas market: strong job growth, higher concentration of corporate relocations, rapid suburban expansion, and significant new construction lending. Houston, the hidden lending giant. While Dallas often receives more national attention, Houston remains one of the most diversified economies in America. And Houston benefits from energy, from healthcare, from manufacturing, from logistics, from port activity, and aerospace technology, or aerospace and technology. Unlike many cities that depend heavily on industry or one industry, Houston's economic diversity creates consistent mortgage demand across multiple sectors. And the greater Houston area continues expanding westward through Katy, Fulshire, Brookshire, Cypress, and Richmond. And these growth corridors are generating substantial demand for conventional mortgages, for FHA loans, for VA loans, for jumbo financing, for construction loans, for investment property loans. Why Houston may be gaining momentum. And several trends are accelerating growth in Houston lending activity. First is the affordability advantage. Compared to many Dallas suburbs, Houston often provides more affordable housing options. And this affordability allows higher first-time buyer activity and larger home purchases, but also better debt-to-income ratios and greater financing flexibility. Second reason is massive infrastructure investment. So projects including the Grand Parkway expansion and I-10 improvements and the West Park tollway growth and recent Port of Houston investments. These all continue opening new development opportunities. Three is population migration. Many buyers are relocating from blue states, think California, Illinois, and New York, but also Florida. And they are continuing to choose Houston because of a lower cost of living and a business-friendly environment and no state income tax, but also jobs and employment opportunities. Four is investor activity. Houston remains attractive for rental property investors who are seeking strong cash flow and affordable acquisition costs, near population growth, with favorable landlord laws. Investor financing, DSCR loan, and commercial lending activity remain particularly strong throughout Houston. So let's talk about some mortgage products that are driving growth. And across both markets, several loan products are seeing increased demand. Conventional loans. Traditional home buyers continue driving purchase activity. But also doctor loans. Houston's massive medical community creates substantial demand for physician mortgage programs. But VA loans. Both cities have very large veteran populations that utilize VA financing. Construction loans. New home development continues supporting one-time close construction lending. DSCR investor loans. Real estate investors continue leveraging DSCR financing to acquire rental properties. But SBA and commercial real estate loans. Business owners are increasingly purchasing buildings rather than leasing space, as lease rates have gone up. And Houston versus Dallas. Here's the lending verdict. Dallas-Fort Worth may currently lead in raw population growth and corporate relocations. However, Houston's economic diversification, affordability advantages, infrastructure investment, and investor activity are creating one of the strongest lending environments in the country. So for residential mortgage opportunities, Houston appears positioned for substantial growth throughout the remainder of 2026 and beyond. For investors, for builders, for business owners, for doctors, for dentists, and first-time home buyers, both markets offer tremendous opportunities, regardless of the one you select or the one you prefer. The key is selecting the right loan structure and financing strategy for your specific goals. My best advice, work with the Texas mortgage expert. And at Medallion Mortgage and Medallion Funds, we help borrowers throughout Houston, throughout Katy, throughout Fulshire, throughout Dallas and San Antonio, all across Texas, navigate conventional mortgages, FHA loans, VA loans, doctor loans, jumbo financing, construction loans, DSCR investor loans, commercial real estate financing, and SBA loans. And if you're considering buying or building or refinancing or investing, let's discuss the financing options that are available to you to help achieve your goals. Call me at 281-222-0433 or visit billrapponline.com. The Texas growth story is far from over. Please visit my website, billrapponline.com. You can schedule a consultation and we can have a conversation. Thank you for watching. Have a good day.